in the interest of the
Thank
industry,
you.
Madam will consider this.
Thank you, please.
Thank you very much, sir.
Shri Binoy Viswam.
Thank you, sir. Sir, it was in 1998 that the book appeared before the world by George Soros. He came from the same creed of the ruling class. The book was titled The Crisis of Global Capitalism. It was the beginning of a right-wing intellectual, himself is a big investor, wrote about the crisis. That crisis is increasing today. This budget of the finance minister was a very poor attempt to hide that crisis and to claim that the government has made something great. I feel very sorry for her. Sir, she may be the daughter of Tamil Nadu or daughter-in-law of Karnataka, but I believe personally she is a very lady. She is a lady with integrity. That I respect her. But her budget, I should say, is a failure budget. Sir, every one of us know, in this budget, the poor are forgotten. In the beginning of the neo-liberalization age, we had a great theory. That theory was trickle-down theory. Everybody knows the meaning. But this budget reflects a triple-up theory. Not for the poor. This budget is for the rich at the top. Whatever step it was seen. I don't want to bring the data here anymore. Just amply mentioned here. Sir, what is there in the budget for the poor, for the workers, for the women, for the peasant, for the MSP, for the health sector? Nothing is there. There, the allocation is slashed. Subsidies slashed. But for the poor, this is the situation. For the rich, you can see the budget was all in favor of them. And our Prime Minister was telling the other day about great words about the poor people, the migrant laborers. What they have got from this budget. The government was the reason for the great pitiable scenes that we saw on those days. They were in thousands, starting from their workplace to their villages. He accused the Congress party for that. But sir, was it the Congress party who did the lockdown with the notice of 4 hours? Sir, was it the Congress party who did talk about the Lakshman Rekha? Sir, my party has a lot of criticism against the Congress party, no doubt. Congress was the party that began this disastrous policy of the economy. We know it. But the Prime Minister and his party, the BJP, they do it in a much harsh manner, disastrous manner. That's what we see. Always this government talk about Vivekananda. So let me quote from Vivekananda. There can be no dogmas and preachings for a hungry man. No amount of preaching about God can satisfy his hunger. He needs to be fed with bread. That bread was denied for him by the BJP government, by lockdown. That was the reason for that tragedy of this. So how can this government forget those seen in the rail tracks of Aurangabad? The people were hit by a train and killed. We remember that. And this budget forgotten them completely. Completely forgotten them. Sir, once I heard the Prime Minister talking loud about the wealth creators. He said that the government will support the wealth creators. And who are the wealth creators for the government? It was mentioned here. For this government, wealth creators are Adani, Ambani, and Tata Birla type of people. He mentioned about Tata Birla on the left also. That once upon a time we shouted Tata Birla government. Yes, We shout today. This is a Adani, Ambani government, a Tata Birla government, a government which surrendered the Air India to Tatas with a paltry cost. This is the government of the exploiters. We have no doubt about that. And that government should not forget certain facts. Sir, the real wealth creators, who are they? The peasants. They created the wealth. They are feeding us, the workers, the beggar laborers. All those wealth creators are forgotten and all the exploiters are taken care of. Sir, I don't want to go back again to the figures. Ample of them are with me, but you have rung the bell. Sir, the ecosystem was the word she was using always. Ecosystem. The ecosystem of the economy is shattered by the carbon emission from this government. So the ecosystem cannot be saved with this level of emission of carbon from the financial policy of this government. It has to be protected. That is the need of the hour. I think my party believes that BJP cannot do it. It's a party which preaches a lot for the poor, but that's a party which acts only for the rich. And that rich will not save this country. They are only concerned about their profits and that alone. Sir, the words of Pope Francis is very important today for the whole world. I respect him. The world respects him. Our Prime Minister invited him to India also. We all wait for him to come to India. Pope Francis once told, the marketplace by itself cannot resolve every problem. Madam Finance Minister, please remember it. However, much we are asked to believe this dogma of neoliberal faith. Whatever the challenge, this impoverished and repetitive school of thought always offers the same recipes of neoliberalism.
Mr. Viswam, please conclude.
Sir, please.
Your time is up.
Neoliberalism simply reproduces itself by resorting to the magic theories of spillover or trickle without using the name as the only solution to social problems. Trickle-down theory is...
Okay. I am calling the next speaker.
Now, one last part. Sir, let me quote from Karl Marx also, one sentence, one short part, very important. Because
Thank you.
Sir, Marx is the...
Thank you. The next speaker is Kapil Sibal.
I need... Sir, Marx is the... Sir, please. Marx is the philosopher of tomorrow and today.
Yes, please, yeah.
I just want to make sure I heard it right. Did Honorable Member Binoy Viswam first quote Pope Francis and immediately after that is quoting Marx? I just want to be sure.
Sir, if you give me 2 minutes, I can explain properly, effectively, and she will be convinced.
You will have another
sir,
opportunity later, but now you conclude because I have called
yes,
honorable speaker.
Sir,
next member I have called already.
Which is a very pertinent question, I have to respond to it, sir, please.
No, nothing will go on record now. I have already called the next speaker.
Sir, please.
Mr. Kapil Sibal.
Sir, please, a bit more democrat, please. A bit more democrat, please. 1 minute. 1 minute. Madam, why I quoted Marx after Pope Francis?
No. You need not reply to her.
Sir,
you need not reply to her. You conclude.
Half a minute. The bourgeoisie has stripped off its hollow every occupation hitherto honored and looked up to with reverent awe. It has converted the physician, the lawyer, the priest, the poet, the man of science into its paid wage laborers. I would
Thank you.
add, it has